Today we're exploring a simple yet powerful truth. Your life is determined by where you focus your mind. Every thought, every feeling, every experience you have is shaped by what you choose to focus on. So, what happens if your focus is always on the negative, the stressful, the things that go wrong? And what would your life look like if you shifted that focus onto the good, the potential, the possibilities? In today's video, we'll explore how the ancient wisdom of Zen and Buddhist teachings can help you shift your focus and, in turn, transform your life. What you focus on grows, so let's make sure you're focusing on what you truly want in life. Introduction: The hidden power of focus. Let me ask you a question that might disrupt your current thinking. What if the biggest source of suffering in your life isn't your external circumstances, but where you choose to place your attention? Most people don't realize this, but we are constantly shaping our reality through our focus. Think of it like a magnifying glass. Whatever you aim that glass at, the sunlight intensifies. In the same way, whatever you focus on, whether it's the stress at work, the financial challenges, or the minor inconveniences of daily life, becomes amplified. But what happens when we stop focusing on the negative? What if instead we focus on the good, the small victories, the beauty around us? Would that shift our experience? Part 1. The problem with negative focus. Here's the reality. Negativity is contagious. It spreads like wildfire, especially in our minds. When you focus on problems, your mind locks onto them, and they start to feel bigger, more overwhelming than they really are. This is something deeply rooted in the way our brains work. It's called the negativity bias. It's part of our survival instinct. In Buddhism, we call this attachment to negativity dukkha, the suffering that comes from being stuck in cycles of worry, dissatisfaction, and frustration. Our mind tends to latch onto what's wrong, what's missing, or what could go wrong. It's easy to get caught in this spiral of negative focus, and the more you focus on these things, the more you see them. But here's something that's equally important to understand. This attachment to negativity isn't inevitable. It's a habit of mind, and like all habits, it can be changed. In fact, Buddhist teachings show us that by shifting our focus, we can break free from this cycle. Part 2. The power of positive focus. Let's look at the flip side, positive focus. When you make a conscious effort to focus on the positive, on gratitude, hope, and possibility, you begin to notice more of those things in your life. And it's not about ignoring problems or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it's about retraining your mind to focus on what's good, what's working, and what's worth appreciating. Zen teachings often emphasize simplicity. Just this moment, just this breath. When we focus on the present moment without being dragged into the past or future, we open ourselves up to a sense of peace and calm, and from that place we can begin to see life's possibilities. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you constantly water the weeds, fear, doubt, frustration, those weeds will grow. But if you start watering the flowers, gratitude, mindfulness, hope, those flowers will bloom. Part 3. Practical steps to shift your focus. So how can we begin shifting our focus from the negative to the positive? Here are 5 practical steps rooted in Buddhist mindfulness practices and modern psychology that you can start today. Step 1. Breathe with intention. Your breath is the bridge between your mind and body. Take a deep breath right now and notice how it feels. By focusing on the breath, you bring your awareness back to the present moment, breaking the cycle of negative thinking. Mindful breathing, as taught in Buddhist meditation, allows you to reset your mental state, grounding you in the here and now. Step 2. Start a daily gratitude practice. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It can be something as simple as the warmth of the sun or the sound of birds outside. By shifting your attention to what's going well, you begin to retrain your brain to focus on the positive aspects of life, no matter how small. Step 3. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Life's challenges are inevitable, but how you perceive them is up to you. The next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This question helps shift your focus from frustration to growth. In Zen, challenges are seen as opportunities for personal development, not obstacles to happiness. Step 4. Curate your mental environment. We live in a world of constant noise. Social media, news, conversations filled with negativity. Be mindful of what you consume. What you expose your mind to greatly influences your focus. Try reducing your intake of negative content and replacing it with books, podcasts, or people who inspire and uplift you. Step 5. Focus on the present moment. Most of our anxiety comes from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Bring your focus back to right now. In Buddhism, the present moment is where life truly happens, and it's where peace resides. By focusing on the now, you release the mental burdens that weigh you down and make space for clarity and peace. Part 4. The ripple effect of focus. When you shift your focus, you'll begin to notice a ripple effect. Your mind becomes lighter, your stress lessens, and your overall sense of well-being improves. As this inner shift occurs, the external world starts to look different too. Opportunities you once overlooked become visible. Relationships that felt strained begin to heal. This is the power of focus. It shapes not only how you see the world, but how the world responds to you. The Buddha taught that our thoughts are the seeds we plant in the garden of our mind. When you plant seeds of positivity, gratitude, and mindfulness, those are the experiences that will grow. Now, here's something that might stop you in your tracks. What if the reason you're not achieving the peace, success, or happiness you want is because you're unconsciously focusing on what's missing rather than what's already abundant in your life? Take a moment to reflect on that. What is your mind focusing on right now? Is it lifting you up or dragging you down? Conclusion: the power of choice. At the end of the day, focus is a choice. Every moment offers you the opportunity to direct your attention, either toward what's wrong or toward what's right. And this simple choice can transform your entire life. The Buddha once said, "What we think, we become." So, what will you choose to think about? What will you choose to focus on? Thank you for joining us today. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a reminder about the power of focus. In your journey through life, remember, it only takes one small shift in focus to change everything.